I am proud to be a Canadian, but I hope and pray that very soon Canada will start recognizing the value of the skills of new Canadians.
I remember this, even before Ramanathan, his wife and 2 children arrived in Canada in 1992, he had already sent his resume to potential employers here. I must have sent about 75 or 80 resumes at that time. Yeah, I stamped them all, sending them from Bahrain by international mail. My name is Raja Ramanathan. We moved to Canada in 1992 from Bahrain. We came here in February and actually went back to Bahrain for a few months and then came back actually in July of 1992.
My name is Ramon Andal. I was born in the Philippines and we moved to Canada in 1982 after my call to the bar in the Philippines. The transition to Canada was made easy because we had my family there already living in Vancouver, so we really had a place to live in. What was difficult for us was the realization that our degrees was worthless.
My name is Stella Rahman and I'm from Bangladesh. I came to Canada in 1992. I think it was on 2nd December 1992. I will never forget that date. I was practicing in Dubai in the Middle East for about 15 years as a doctor. I came with my husband. My daughter was 6 years old at that time. I visited Canada twice before I applied for immigration.
We basically came to do what we call a look-see. Look around the place, see what sort of housing is available and all that, and also look at the possibility of getting a job and that sort of thing. I know it was snowing and you're coming from Bahrain where the weather is very different.
What we faced was knee-high snow on 2nd of December 1992. But then slowly we got adjusted to it.
The first day there was a tornado that struck London. So weather was a bit of a shocker for us. I had already enrolled at Western and no tornado is going to make me move back to the Philippines.
I was sad. I was apprehensive. I'm coming to a new country. We have to get adjusted to that. My mom's name was Dora and my dad, Albert Mondal. I came in 1992 to Canada. 1994, I sponsored my dad. He passed away in 2018.
I had some pictures of my work life back in India. So this was me at work. And look at those sideburns. So you basically come here, as I say, 2 children, 1 wife and 13 suitcases and no job. And you try to find a job and basically building up your network, getting to know people, trying to convince people that the skills you have acquired in different parts of the world are equally applicable here. And it was quite uphill.
Even as a lawyer from the Philippines, I could not get a job in a law-related work. I was hoping to get work as a legal assistant or a legal researcher or an editor or a paralegal, but none of that was available to me.
What I didn't know that there was only 25 residency positions for international medical doctors. If a doctor doesn't get the residency offer within 5 years of passing the exams, the particular doctor have to retake the exams again. And my focus was my daughter. It was because of her that I moved here. Because my English was pretty good, thanks to my parents, I got licensed to work in the courts as an interpreter.
I wasn't nervous when I came, but a few weeks into here and looking at the job market, yeah, one did get a little nervous.
At some point, my wife and I had this serious discussion about whether we should stay or go back to the Philippines, because I did not go to the University of the Philippines to become a lawyer, to scrub floors and do maintenance work, which is what I was doing.
I got a job at CAMH, Center for Addiction and Mental Health. Wasn't anything clinical. Still, I liked working in that environment, in that hospital environment. And every leisure time, every breaks that I used to get, I used to go and sit in that clinical settings just to make myself a little bit happy.
It was 1999, and at that time I had found a job by then. I was still doing contract jobs at that point of time, and still sort of settling in, and which was about 6-7 years into my life in Canada.
So we were already at the threshold of moving back, until one day I was watching TV and it was showing the Philippines. There was a lot of protests going on against martial law, and some of the protesters I recognized as being my classmates from the University of the Philippines. I said, I know these people, and they're doing something meaningful with their law degree. And that was the point when I decided I will make something of my law degree in Canada. I said, there's something here that I think I can do for myself and for the country. I became the lawyer for the Filipino Center, but I also worked with the Chinese-Canadian community as part of my community work.
This was a book that was jointly written by several of us who have left India, and about our experiences. Like I've written here about my experiences learning cooking.
This is where my spice rack is. And this particular spice here I make on my own. This is my own special masala.
I'm in the human resources management field. I built my career. Luckily, I got a break in that area, and I've been able to build my career in human resources here.
I was laid off from the Center for Addiction and Mental Health, and I went back to the courts. And I'm very happy working there because I can help people to bridge the language barriers.
There were days of doubt, but we basically had decided that we are going to make it work. Oh, this was the picture that was taken at the time of the 1999 interview. So this was the house that we were living in at that time, also in Oakville. So you got my wife, you got my son, daughter and son, and this is my mother-in-law. She lived with us at that time.
This was like 26 years ago. We're still in the same house. Yeah, no, I remember this.
Oh, this drawing was there the last time 26 years ago with this particular painting. Not all South Asians have been able to find the career they would like to. I've seen that. I've seen friends of mine who actually come from, say, places like Dubai or Bahrain, and well, they leave the families here and go back actually.
Bengali, we are only 5 fully accredited interpreters in Ontario, and I'm the only Bengali interpreter for British Columbia. I don't drive there naturally, they fly me out there.
If I were to tell myself back then, I would tell my younger self, you'll never imagine what you will accomplish from here. Because even right now, if I were to go back to 1982, when I first landed in Canada, I would say I would be dreaming in Technicolor if I ever thought that I would reach the type of, achieve the type of accomplishments that I have.
I would say that she should be very happy to come to Canada. Canada is the best country in the entire world. I'm helping refugee claimants. It gives protection to people who are fleeing from persecution. I didn't flee from persecution, it was my choice, but it was a very good choice that I had made.
I don't think I would do anything differently, honestly. I sent out all those 75 resumes, I might still send it out.
I'm grateful really to this country for the opportunities that I got. I don't think I would have gotten those opportunities in the Philippines, even after martial law had ended. And I just hope that I had been able to contribute something back to the country.
I'm glad I made this move to Canada. It is the best country in the entire world. I wouldn't move anywhere else.